Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. First of all, I will just apologise for my extremely low tone. I've got the microphone really close to my mouth because I cannot talk very loudly here. Where we're staying at the moment is very open, very sort of communal feeling. You will probably hear people moving around upstairs in this plan with me, and it's one of those places where you can definitely hear people talking. As people walk past, you can hear their entire conversation. They can hear everything you're saying, everything you're doing, and it is absolutely boiling, so I have got a fan on above me, so I really hope that's not really annoying in the background of this video. I do apologise. The other thing is there might be the odd helicopter that goes over. I'll do my best to kind of stop and catch it. I just tried to do that a moment ago and it just deleted my voiceover, so we will see how that goes. Thankfully I wasn't very far through it when that happened. Or there might be the odd boat that goes past, so apologies. Hopefully that's not really annoying. So I am away while I'm recording this voiceover. I really hoped that I would be able to do it before we actually left, but there was so much going on. There were those people moving around again. I only just was able to get the spread actually finished before we left, and I didn't want to kind of do my voiceover in a rush. I thought I'd have time while we were here earlier than this to get it up on my usual time on Friday, but I simply didn't. So here we are, better late than never. But I will, so the next plan with me, I will talk about the holiday that we're on at the moment. It's just the most amazing, beautiful place, but the week that I'm doing the voiceover for is not one of the weeks that we're away, so it won't be the most interesting set of plans that you've ever seen. But the kit is from Sadie Stickers. It was gifted to me by a really wonderful planner friend, and I absolutely love planning with it. I think the colours in the kit are absolutely beautiful. Obviously I've always loved Sadie Stickers kit formats. I think they're really, just really easy to work with. And for the most of the week I used my White Deer stationery icons, and then I have used a few old Miss and Meow icons and a couple of Harriet Wright designs. I'm sorry, there's more noise in the background, I'm so sorry. But there's nothing I can do about that, and that's just constant. There's not like a quiet gap in the day, because I can't predict everyone else's movements. So for the life of me, I cannot remember what this kit was called. I wonder if it was a monthly mystery kit actually, but I'll pop it in the description box anyway. And then I did use some of the like dividers and things that were on the additional sort of foiled extra sheet. So the dividers in the sidebar are from that. I love the lace. I absolutely love that lace strip along the date cover section. I knew I wanted to use the date covers because they were such a pretty colour. It's like this lovely, I guess it's like a lilac. It's really pretty purple. But even with, I know I've talked in previous plan with me's about the paper in my planner ripping. Even with Sadie Stickers kits, it rips so easily. So again, just in case anyone is kind of struggling with their own planner sticker paper ripping, someone had the great recommendation of kind of putting it on the back of your hand first, putting the sticks on the back of your hand first, or I tend to put them along my arm, and then like if I know I'm about to use them, I'll sort of put them in the order I want them, and then I'll use them, and they'll just lost a bit of their tackiness. Which then means that if I need to move things around, there's a much lower risk of it ripping the page. But it is, I don't know what's going on, but it is, just the bane of my life at the moment, trying to deal with the pages ripping. I thought with this cute little bathtub scene, I just thought the swan that was looking like it was on the water was just, it was too cute not to do that. Like it was having a little like a little self-care bath all to itself. So cute. So I had to do that. So in terms of plans this week, I'm just checking that there was nothing glaring on the page that I had missed. I can't remember now if I mentioned in a recent plan. I definitely posted it when I posted one of my spreads on Instagram, but I was recommended nicotine patches as a sort of way to improve my long COVID symptoms. I don't fully know the reasons why. I don't have the patience to be looking into all of the different kinds of research. It was recommended to me by a biochemist. They're only very early on in their studies. They've done studies on like 4 people or something like that. But I just thought, you know what, at this point, I will do anything. Sorry if I've already covered this in a previous plan with me. By the way, my brain is not functioning properly because I am in holiday mode. But so for the most part, they've been going well. But on the Monday, I had a really bad reaction. I got very, very sick. And it just completely wiped me out the rest of the day. As soon as I've done something like that, my body is done. Like, the fatigue is too much. It's far too much to handle. So I was completely out of it the rest of the day. So I did end up doing quite a short day at work, and then we watched the hit list, and I caught up on Reacher, and we played some Call of Duty together. We have been really enjoying playing the Black Ops 6 multiplayer together. It's been really, really nice to get stuck back into a Call of Duty game together. We have our computer setups on kind of opposite sides of the same wall, so we've got a little room next to each other. One of them is our wardrobe, and that's kind of my space, my sort of dream room, and then he's got the kind of box room, which is the sort of size of a standard UK study, and yeah, he has his whole setup in there. So we've been really enjoying getting back into that. We've really felt a gap because I didn't like the last Call of Duty multiplayer that came out. This is probably of no interest to anyone, but anyway, we've really missed having something. So this most recent one felt really nostalgic to me, and I've just been loving it. So we have played that quite a lot as of recent. Then on Tuesday, we watched another episode of Severance. Really enjoying that. I think we've got 3 or 4 episodes left of season 2 to go, because obviously we haven't been watching while we're on holiday. So we're looking forward to that when we get back, and we'll have the last episode of Reacher when we get home as well. Cannot wait for that. Man Life. We just absolutely love Reacher. If you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it. Took a nap, walked Wendy, and then had a bubble bath in the evening. To be fair, I have bubble baths most evenings, but I don't mark them all in my planner because I think it would just take up too much space. I don't want to sort of cram everything, and you sort of have to cherry pick what you want to include sometimes. So then on Wednesday, I watched some Death in Paradise, played some more COD. We've been watching one of the more recent seasons of Would I Lie to You, which is really funny. It's a UK sort of comedy panel show where they get the light will kind of randomly land on someone, and they'll have to pick up a card, and they don't know what's going to be written on that card, and it will either be a truth or a lie, and then they have to tell the story, and the other team has to guess whether they've made it up or whether that did actually happen to them. It's very, very funny. Lee Mack is just one of the funniest British comedians. We enjoy him so much, and they've had some quite good panellists. And then on Thursday, I did some more packing. Lewis left all of his packing till last minute, which was really stressful, but I did mine sort of over the very slow period of 2 weeks before we left. So he was the one that ended up leaving something behind. I didn't leave anything behind. Then I had my pre-holiday wax that day. You know what it's like, got to be prepared. We had chip shop chips for dinner, absolutely delicious. And then watched an episode of The Apprentice. On Friday, there wasn't much to put down, so I tried to space out Friday and kind of give everything a lot of space, which now that I look at it compared to the other days, sticks out a bit, but I actually really like how Friday looks, so maybe I need to learn from this to try and squeeze less in per day. And then on Saturday I went to get my hair done. I got my usual curly cut, and then I've been trying to go lighter as of recent, so I did have blonde balayage as well, and I absolutely love it. It's like going back to my younger days. I used to have my hair bleached, and I just feel like I've got a little bit of my sparkle back at last. I think particularly having had long COVID for coming up 2 years now, it's so nice to just feel like a bit more me. So that was wonderful coming out of that appointment, and they're so lovely in my hair salon. I really rate them very highly. So saw my usual lady felt like $1 million coming out of the hair salon, and definitely needed to get that done just before holiday. Then I did spend probably about 2 hours doing gel nails at home. I did my toes and my hands, and I just spent ages prepping them to try and make it so that they would last the whole holiday. Because, of course, if you're in and out of the sea, I didn't know if there was going to be a pool or anything like that. Lots of sun cream. I knew that my nail polish would peel and chip, so I just thought I'll do gels. I'll do it really, really carefully. You know, it's a really special occasion. I'll take my time, and they've held up really well so far. I'm really pleased. I haven't had any chipping. It's taking everything in me not to pick at them. I'm such a picker with nail polish, which is why I change my nail colour every few days usually, but it is what it is. So I spent the time doing that before we came out here, because I knew I'd not want to have to be painting my nails and stressing about it looking chipped and rubbish. And then I watched Anyone But You. That's, I think I've said in a previous plan with me, that's become a huge comfort movie for me. So I did watch that. And then Sunday just took it really easy in the morning. Took Wendy out, and then we had to go and drop our car off to a garage in Dorset, because it was the cheapest quote that we'd had to get it repaired. So we did have to go and do that. I can't remember if I mentioned before, I had a moped go into the back of me as he was trying to turn a corner. Completely his fault, but he didn't stop. So we've ended up having to sort that out, but that's absolutely fine. And then I filmed and edited the plan with me that I am recording the voiceover for now. So that's everything that I did this week. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. It's a really beautiful kit. And sorry for all the extra noise. I will see you in the next one.